Nah, dude. Nah.
Okay, we have Niall Geddes with us and James Milne. First time on the podcast. Well, we did a recording with you before, but we just name dropped too many people from school, so we just had to not release it. But it was good catching up.
Not even that. It was
Too
pretty
much
much just a fucking catch up episode. No, you know what I mean?
But yeah, so I want to try something a little bit different with you guys, just to see what happens. So I'm going to ask you, or you can partake. I'm going to ask some questions. All right. Just say the first thing comes to
You
mind.
can ask us questions as well. I don't feel like we're just fucking asking you the questions.
Yeah, just fucking
the questions we've thought of. Some of them are total dumb as fuck. Like,
yeah, exactly. Right. All right. Who wants to be a millionaire or weakest link?
You can win more money on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. You can win a lot more money a lot quicker as well.
Yeah, true.
Because the first 5 questions are so well. I don't know. I haven't watched it in years, but I remember when we were growing up watching it. Probably, it was like the first 5 questions, and you got like $2,000 straight away.
Yeah, something like that.
But a good thing about the weakest thing as well, it had no adverts.
Yeah.
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire would get to like halfway through, be like asking him a question, he'd be like, "And we'll be right back after this break." You're like, "Oh fuck you, Chris."
Oh, when they've done it over 2 episodes as well.
Oh
Yeah.
That klaxon would go off.
And they come back the next episode and he'd lose straight away. You'd be like, "What the fuck was the point of that?"
What's your ass feeling like? You got to put the 4 answers in the right order, like before to get on.
Yeah.
There was
It was shown you can cheat at it because that guy stole the million, didn't he?
Yeah, so there's a TV show on ITV called Quiz. I think it's called Quiz.
It's about that, isn't it?
Oh, it's amazing. It's about major Ford. I can't remember his name.
Charles
Ingram, that's it. And
Ingram, yeah.
It actually makes him look like a really likable guy. I was like, I kind of like this Charles Ingram. And then you look into his history and you find out him and his family are just relentless at insurance fraud and everything. Kept calling up direct lines and they've been burgled like 3 times.
They stole £1 million.
Right? How dumb is it that they didn't clock on that there was a guy coughing in the fucking audience, or it was a girl actually?
Wasn't it like his wife or something?
Yeah, and it's so obvious as well.
They had a mate that was coughing for them, and then the wife had to cough at one point because
the
guy didn't know.
She done the whole when they do the 50-50 or ask the audience, don't they? They zoom in on his partner. That's what they used to do.
Yeah, she's just smiling nervously, like, "Oh fuck."
There was one question, Ingram, because what happened was that
he
Ingram
doesn't cough, does he?
He would say the question, he would say all 4 answers, and if he got a cough, he would go with that answer. But the guy had made a mistake. The one that was feeding him the answers made a mistake, and you can hear him go, "No." And I'm like, what? Like ITV did say that they had amplified the cough noises so that you could hear it. So I don't know what it was like the original version, but yeah,
you can still find that online.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, the documentary is probably one of my favorite TV movies is Quiz. You can get it on ITV Hub. 3-part series. Amazing.
See, I'm going back to Weakest Link, and I'm going old school WWF again because do you remember the celebrity ones they used to have?
Yeah, man.
They had, I remember Kane won it
one.
Back to Kane again. Kane wins it in his mask. Like
Stone Cold was on that one as well. They had all the A-list fucking wrestling.
I know about
Stone Cold just dissing Ann Robinson to her face.
You know what Ann Robinson's doing now?
Countdown, yeah.
Yeah, she's taken over Countdown.
Oh yeah, I seen that on fucking Gogglebox.
That's Austin. Ann Robinson's like asked Stone Cold a question and he goes, "What?" And everyone fucking dies. Fucking brilliant.
What'd you do if Stone Cold, when he walked past Ann Robinson, just stunned her?
Oh man,
they should have. He stunned Trump.
So for those who are watching that don't know what the Weakest Link is, because I think it is primarily a British TV show.
I think it is a US
Unless they tried to spin
well.
it.
They tried it in the US, but it flopped, I think.
So the way it worked was that you had a chain link of money you could win, and if the next person didn't say bank when it was their turn and they got the question wrong, they'd lose all that money. They had to start the chain again, and people would fucking turn on each other because they had to vote one person
Tactical
off.
voting was great.
At the end of the vote, yeah, especially when it was like one dude left over and it was girl power.
But do you know what? Some people would prioritize voting out the person who didn't bank than the person to get a question wrong. I'd vote out the person who got a question wrong every day.
Yeah,
it's like, or you've got like the ones where like the people in the middle have gone, so it's like separated to one side, and it's like one side against the other, and it's like, but you got every question wrong, and you're voting just because they're beside you.
Sometimes,
it wouldn't fly now. Like Ann Robinson was brutal. Like there's the clips online about putting people down. Like there's one where she's like says to a woman like, Oh, you're on benefits, are you? So you're fat and on benefits? How was that allowed on TV?
She's
Oh, man,
surviving cancel culture.
Labour government, bro.
Mate, yeah, Labour government, mate. Fucking, they were thrown like we're a unique generation of children, right? We started school when Labour got into power, and we left school when they got kicked out of power. Right. So that was the golden age. They were fucking throwing money at everything, man. We got like brand new computer fucking labs and shit, laptops thrown at us, you name it, man. We got everything.
Remember in like year 10 or the year 7s, every time the year 7s would come in, they just get free laptops. Yeah.
They got a free laptop.
Didn't we get to the point where we ran out of classrooms and we had to have like history in a computer lab?
In a where?
In a computer lab.
Oh, probably. Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, we did, because they built those mobiles, didn't they?
Temporary.
Yeah,
temporary buildings that are there longer than
temporary,
we
they're
are.
still fucking there.
No, I don't think they're there anymore, are they?
Yeah, they are. I booted a football at one the other week by accident. Straight out the Astro.
We made those mobiles ours. They were our mobiles.
Even the teachers just didn't care anymore. They're like, well, as long as
The
they're here.
graffiti in them was mad as well.
It was one of the teachers had like their sweet cupboard.
Mr. Goodson.
I didn't know if we were allowed to say the name, you know.
Yeah,
fuck
fuck him,
it.
man. Who gives a shit? What's he gonna do? Sue us? Fuck him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For a fucking pound of chocolate and go fuck himself.
Could have thrown Hugo out there. That's a bit more vague.
Hugo.
Hugo. Now everyone's got his full name.
You know, he might have
sounds like
married
young,
and
though.
taken his wife's name by now.
He was young.
Yeah, he was young.
He literally just passed his teaching thing, hadn't he? And then turned up at school.
Isn't it funny how
Yeah.
being sorry?
He's a young fat fuck. Sorry.
I'm just saying, isn't it funny how being really fat just makes you look 35 automatically?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
finding
man.
that now.
His haircut didn't do any favors as well. Like a proper monk haircut on the guy.
And he had like,
Billy Hammond looked fucking 29 when he was in year 10, man.
Oh, Billy looks fucking brilliant now.
oh, well,
Yeah,
fair
no,
play.
to be fair, I did see
Yeah.
him a couple of weeks ago strutting along. Yeah, he's looking good.
Mm.
He's moved
Fair
on.
play, Billy.
Wow.
Well done, Billy. Well done.
Them Billiam.
All right. Well done, Billy.
You
All
go,
right.
Glenn, go.
SM,
You
SM,
go, Hammond.
SMTV Live or Dick and Dom in the Bungalow?
I'm going to add another one here and live and kicking.
I'm not even kicking.
I didn't really watch any of them, to be fair. I hated Dick and Dom in the Bungalow. I fucking hated it. I didn't really watch any of them. I was always out playing footy like Saturday mornings. I didn't really watch a lot of early TV.
Yeah.
I did watch Dick and Dom in the Bungalow. That was the only one I really watched out of the three. So I kind of have to pick that one by default.
Bogies was funny, though. Gonna throw it out there.
Bogies was funny.
Still funny.
Still funny now.
The variations you can change it into as well.
Those guys are DJs now. Like, they were well edgy when you think about it. There was a lot of controversy. The BBC got a lot of complaints because of those two guys. One of them because Dominic Wood was wearing a shirt on one of the episodes that said "Morning Wood."
It's just clever though. Clever.
And SMTV, you know, that's before Ant and Dec back in the day, before they went on to do Saturday Night.
Who was the
Takeover.
blonde girl that was on there?
Cat Dealey.
Yeah, that was it.
And they did a parody version of Friends called Chums. Remember that?
Yeah.
No recollection of this.
Ah, maybe you got hit on the head, or maybe you got molested. Who knows? Anyway,
All
so
of the above.
Pokemon or Digimon?
Oh, that's
that's
a tough
easy,
one.
man.
No, that's a tough one for me.
Oh, it's an easy one for me because Digimon, if you really think about it, was shit.
It's
Yeah,
tough. It's tough for
Pokemon.
Niall. It's tough for Niall because he didn't catch them all. He went blind before the. I'm sorry.
The Diglett got.
I'll go back and play one of like the old Pokemon games once a year. I'll go back and play like Yellow or Red or something like that all over again.
So I loved Pokemon. I actually just finished watching the latest series like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. Which one's that? Sword.
No, what's it called? Journey or something? Journey Explored or whatever it's called.
Sorry, I'm not up to date on the Pokemon series now.
So when you're alone in work and got Netflix to watch, sometimes that's all you can do.
You never
But
hold
when
up
I was-
Pornhub, dude. God damn.
Not at work.
I'm joking.
Niall's boss walking, he's trying to hide his laptop. Don't look. Are you watching porn, Niall? No, it's
No,
Pokemon.
when I was a kid, I was obsessed. I had a PlayStation 1 game for Digimon.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember that game.
that was amazing.
That was an amazing game, and
That was good.
I used to think that edged Pokemon because Pokemon didn't have a PlayStation game.
Nah,
They-
but
they had,
Pokemon
like,
Snap and Pokemon Stadium on the 64 are brilliant. I've got them over there.
Well, they are, but the Pokemon board game was amazing as well.
Don't remember that.
Do you not
Board
remember
game?
the Pokemon Indigo Plateau board game?
Oh, the actual way you put like your colors down and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Your energies and that. Yeah.
In terms
No,
of
not
like,
the card game. The actual. There was a board game version.
And one where you
Oh,
roll
no.
dice and
Yeah,
jack each other off.
Not the latter, but you'd pull out Pokemon. Not pull off Pokemon, pull out Pokemon.
in terms of TV shows, like Digimon just was next level when it came to the cartoon show.
I never really watched it, to be fair.
Well,
I didn't watch
watching.
that. I didn't watch Yu-Gi-Oh or any of that stuff.
Oh, fuck
I
Yu-Gi-Oh.
watched Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was
fuck you, dude.
obsessed with you. I was obsessed.
You ever say fuck Yu-Gi-Oh again? I'll kick your ass.
I'll get my
Like Dragon Ball Z. I never watched Dragon Ball Z either.
Yeah, I didn't watch Dragon Ball Z, but I caught up with all that anime shit later on in
The
life.
problem with
Yeah.
Digimon, the problem with Dragon Ball Z is so much filler. I remember I'd rush home from school. I would rush home from school. I think this was during the Cell games when Goku and that were fighting Cell. And it'd literally be 20 minutes of them just staring at each other. And they'd be like, next time on Dragon Ball. And then like, it'd take a week.
That's a lot of animes though. A lot of animes that have over like fucking 200 episodes have got a lot of filler.
Yeah. I mean, think about it. That takes you a whole week just to get to the fight. That's 5 days.
I like a lot of animes that have like 24 episodes. And then like you don't know if you're going to get another season after that or not. Like, I love those animes.
Yeah, man. All right.
Is Beyblades going to come up at any point?
Beyblades.
No, I
can go under this category.
Beyblades were quality in Studful because of the drains
Oh,
in the
yeah,
playground.
yeah.
It's
It's
hard
hard to explain those drains to someone. I tried to explain them to Dan the other
It was
night.
just a concave drain. It was,
Yeah, it was
just
just
like a
like a-
semicircle. Yeah.
Yeah, and fucking perfect for Beyblades.
How dangerous are they, thinking about it? Kids running about and you've got them like holes every like couple of meters in the playground.
I thought you were talking about Beyblades because they had like that metal ring on them that they could like.
Yeah, they're the ones who get them from fucking customize their Beyblades.
Yeah.
You don't buy them.
Razors on the end of them.
You don't get those
Yeah.
from Skegness.
Speaking of Billy Hammond, I bought like a brand new Beyblade round over to his house. I was so happy with myself because on the stats it was the best Beyblade, and he broke it, like the top bit snapped, and I started crying. So he felt bad and bought me a replacement disc that I could put on my Beyblade.
Which-
Well done,
Oh.
Billy.
Well done, Billy. Yeah,
Well done,
thanks,
Billy.
Billy.
why I
Another well
lost it.
done for Billy.
Well done,
Yeah.
Billy.
We have a counter going on.
Well done, Billy. Well done for losing that weight and stop me from crying. Okay, Tony Hawk Pro Skater or Skate?
Skate.
Oh, controversial.
Tony Hawk all day.
Tony Hawk.
No, but specifically
Specifically
Skate
two.
3.
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, yeah?
Yeah,
Okay,
Pro
two, just for the
Skater 2.
soundtrack on it.
See, if
Oh,
you
yeah.
had said Thug 1 or Skate 3, now that would have that's a spanner in the works for me.
All right, well, let's go with that one then. That's a bonus question. Tony Hawk's Underground or
I think
Skate 3?
Skate's the better game to play, but I've got nostalgia for that soundtrack.
Hmm. I
Yeah,
mean,
but we thought that yesterday until we listened to it, and it was like,
that fucking late 90s punk music.
Was it Tony
Kennedy's.
Hawk Pro Skater 3 where they started throwing new metal in as well?
Yeah,
Yeah,
AC/DC and all that. And then by Tony Hawk's Underground, they started introducing hip hop.
Was Underground the first one where they released like onto the GameCube, or was that 3?
yeah.
GameCube.
That was
No,
3. No, yeah, so Underground was when they started introducing like getting off your skateboard and driving cars for some reason.
Yeah. I didn't know about driving cars.
GTA must have been blowing up at that point.
Yeah.
And it was the worst mechanic because like you've got a level design catered specifically for running around and skating, and now suddenly you're driving this clunky piece of shit car.
Yeah, but you don't need to drive the car, do you? It's not part of the game.
There's some missions thrown in. There's some driving missions for some reason, but god awful.
I just remember it as the first one that you could hear the dialogue with the characters.
yeah, I think
instead of
that was
having
number.
to read it.
Yeah, I think that was like number 4.
I thought that was like the first. I remember the first one that got released onto GameCube mainly because I couldn't see the dialogue anyway on the screen, so I was like fully dependent
No,
on when they
chestnut.
actually.
Yeah, that would chest out. What? How
I was
come?
like, "Hello."
I've just looked it up.
Help me
Pro
out
Skater
here.
2 came out in 2000. Bloody hell.
Yeah.
What's that,
Well, yeah, it
sorry?
was 20-year anniversary. Yes, last year for it. That's
Oh,
why
yeah.
they.
Oh yeah, they were doing remasters, weren't they? Yeah.
Yeah.
They need to do
Yeah.
they need to do an Underground remaster for sure.
Oh, yeah.
I hope they do. It'd be
They
like
did.
Crash Bandicoot and Spyro. They've redone all them games. haven't they?
Yeah.
Mm.
I played the Sonic. It was like a free game on PS4 like last month or last year. Sorry, I completed Sonic in like a day. I was so disappointed. It only took a day.
Which one? Sonic 1? Very original.
I know. I can't remember which one it was. It's Sonic something.
Could you spin?
Sonic Save the World or something. It was called.
Hey?
Yeah, no, that's not canon now. Get rid of that shit right now.
This is a knockoff Sonic game.
No wonder you completed it in like a day.
Yeah, the first three games.
Sonic
Mate.
Save the World, and he's got the AK-47, and you get into the car.
Yeah, that's it.
Just shooting.
He's fucking Tails is his side piece.
Side piece.
Tails does the slot.
All right, here we go. Next one. Ready for this? Need for Speed or Midnight Club? Oh,
Either.
Yeah, neither. They're both dog shit.
I was absolutely terrible at driving games, so I mean, I'm not allowed to drive in real life, so.
And why is that?
I wonder why.
Can't find an automobile big enough.
Refer back to Savouring Podcast episode 5. Niall's first interview.
Oh yeah,
you'll understand why.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this right now just for the clip. But there is on YouTube that Niall is walking through with Olympic torch in 2012, and he goes to high five everyone, clapping. No one high fives him, and you can hear someone mumbling. That's just disrespectful, isn't it?
It's
It's disrespectful.
No, the funniest bit is the guy goes to put his hand out, and then Niall goes to slap it, and the little kid pulls away, and he's like.
You know that just sums up Corby, doesn't it?
Yeah,
I'm surprised you didn't get mugged for it, to be honest, mate. Or someone trying to light a fag off it or a joint.
So many people asked for it. So many people asked
because the weather was so shitty. I'm surprised the torch held up. Did it have some mechanism when it wouldn't go out or some shit?
So the way it was developed in a like a wind chamber with like all conditions, so it wouldn't go out.
Right.
It did go out though, didn't it? I remember right at the very end of like all the runs, it went out just as it went to like the Olympic torch or something, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. And do you remember who else in Corby did it?
Was it Mad Terry?
No, it wasn't
Mad Terry.
I think he was in Scotland at this point.
I know that was after he jumped off the multi-story car.
Des Barber.
Des Barber, who's that?
The radio DJ.
Des was locked up. For crimes they cannot mention.
I'm not 100% sure, man. I just remember you did. You're the only reason I give a shit about the Olympics that year.
Nice.
You're tuning in like last week to see if Niall was back on it again.
Yeah.
Why are you
where's
there?
the goal ball?
Yeah, he's watching the female. He's watching the female basketball. They're number one fan. Yay! You're a Family Guy. Yeah, fair enough.
Oh, man.
All right, EastEnders or Coronation Street?
EastEnders did it have a break in it? It didn't have a break, did it?
No,
Corey's was a two-parter.
Why is adverts the breaking point for you, James? What's that all about?
He just hasn't got the attention span for adverts.
You had a Sky
Unless
Plus,
it's,
right?
Friend of Savouring Podcast Barry Scott. I'm not interested.
But anyway, you didn't answer the question. EastEnders or Coronation Street? You got EastEnders where Phil got shot. You've got Coronation Street where Richard Hillman.
Oh, that was massive, wasn't it? The Who Shot Phil Mitchell thing.
That was a big deal.
Not
Richard
as big as Who Shot Mr. Burns, but
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember everyone being like, I was in like year 4 at the time, and we had a really Orthodox Christian teacher, and she was losing her mind because we just all kept speculating about who shot Phil, and she's like, anybody else mention EastEnders, but we'll have to stay behind. I don't want to hear it anymore. Like, fuck you, bitch.
man, it used to be like when TV numbers used to be ridiculous because a lot of people only had the 5 channels, didn't they? So like terrestrial TV, everyone that you knew was watching EastEnders for Corrie like at night time.
Yeah, exactly. And everyone thought it was Ian Beale that did that shit because he stood next to the bush. Like,
oh no, I'm definitely going EastEnders because I remember homeless Ian Beale and the bit where Phil went on crack. They were hilarious.
Yeah, EastEnders.
Classic TV.
I can't forget that Barry died as well.
Yeah.
Barry from EastEnders, who went on to play Barry from EastEnders.
Rest in peace.
And also Barry from
Actually,
EastEnders.
do you know what? Fuck Barry. He fucking ignored my Instagram message.
Do you know when Barry he was having a mental breakdown at one point in EastEnders, and I remember this one scene where he just picks up a packet, a tin of beans, and he just opens it, starts eating it straight out the tin.
Nothing wrong with that. We've all done that.
Wait a minute, am I actually allowed to pick EastEnders with a member of the EastEnders cast that has blocked me on Twitter?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, and me.
Who's that?
Dean Gaffney.
Why?
Tell us a story.
I made fun of him because I had the blue tick and he didn't.
You got a blue tick?
Yeah, I got a blue tick on Twitter. And I also might
So,
have
I'm gonna-
said
I'm
that
gonna
it's
look
his
this up
fault
right
that
now.
Wellard's dead.
Yeah, I jumped on as well. Like, calm down, Dean. Just as Wellard's dead, and then looked and got fucking blocked.
But he got caught last year, didn't he? During lockdown, breaking the rules.
Who? Dean Gaffney?
Dean Gaffney. He
What was he
Didn't
doing?
put feelers out that he wanted to be the next James Bond as well.
he hired a mansion with a load of like content creators that may take off their clothes, and had just
What?
for
fair
a
play to him.
weekend.
Fair play to him. Got to get over your dead dog somehow, haven't you?
But this was like 2 weeks after he said he was really afraid about COVID because of his daughters. But then he hires a mansion and does this with a load of people.
Dean Gaffney, eh?
Dean Gaffney.
Dean Gaffney, the mad shagger. Fucking hell.
Yeah. So I think the consensus here is EastEnders.
Yeah, EastEnders,
Fair enough.
but not Dean Gaffney.
Do you remember when
Yeah, fuck Dean Gaffney.
Yeah, you'd never get Ken Barlow shagging a load of prizes in a mansion somewhere, would you?
Do you remember
No,
Or
when
Haley Cropper.
when Mo and all them moved in? I remember when
No, I'm going Corey for Haley Cropper and a magic chopper.
Haley Cropper's massive chopper.
Roy Cropper and his tiny
Tablet
dinghy.
when like Mo and all them moved into town. Remember that? Yeah, Big Mo and Little Mo.
Slaters.
Oh yeah,
Slaters.
Slaters.
That was
Oh
a big
yeah,
deal.
that,
The whole
He's
Zoe,
done this for the
you're not my
iron.
mum, yes I am thing. That was massive.
You ain't my mother. Yes, I am.
Yeah,
All right, Indian or Chinese?
Indian.
Chinese.
Chinese.
Ooh, yeah, okay. I'm gonna have to go Indian. I'm gonna have to go Indian. So it's kind of split down the
Indian.
middle. You know what I mean? I like me a bit of, Madras, bit of chicken Madras.
Can't be last time I had an Indian.
Nah.
I had
I
one
like-
a little while ago and I just wasn't impressed.
Sauces are thicker. Poppadoms.
The coach is nicer.
The weird little yellow sauce you get that's really nice. Could be
Yeah.
anything.
Papa
I
dogs.
Love-
won't cook my own Chinese, but I will cook my own Indian as well. That's a bit
Yeah.
different.
Even the shitty sweeter Indian, like the butter chicken and the masala and the korma, like, so nice as fuck as well.
Well, obviously, with our culture like taking over the whole world of colonization, apparently, like that their food got anglified. So if you want to get real Indian food, you have to ask for a specific like menu that some Indian restaurants will have, and they'll give you like it's like Bangladesh style food, and that's what they'll give you.
Just
You ask
imagine
for
it being like a certain handshake when you go in.
Yeah,
Like, you
if
get
I-
like masala pizzas and korma pizzas and stuff now. It's like
yeah.
I imagine they must
don't
like, be sick and like the thought of it.
You want the real Indian? Yes, please.
Yes, please.
This question doesn't make much sense, but it seemed funny at the time last night because we were both high as fuck. But standing up jobby or sitting down jobby?
When you're saying jobby, are you talking
You're
about
not
like at work?
jobby.
Well, no, he said first sitting down pee and standing up pee. And I was like, oh, it'd be funny if you standing up shit or sitting down shit, because no one stands up to take a shit. Like, that's just the physics behind that is impossible.
One time, my toilet when I was living in Corby got condemned. I don't know what happened, but we couldn't shit in it for a couple of days, so I really had to go. So I just took some toilet roll with me and went into the bushes next to my house. It was like late at night, right? And I just fucking squeezed one out. And I don't know what it was, but just not hearing the splash didn't mess with me a little bit. Just hearing clumps of shit rolling on the dirt floor.
Mate, I've never had the privilege of shitting outside. Like,
Well, another
Yeah.
another outdoor poo that I done was it. So this is kind of like I was
how many outdoor poos have you done?
two. I've done two, but the second one was more dramatic. So I
Alright.
I was living on Portland, and I was doing some parkour, and I was like, I really need to go shit. So I walked up this steep hill, fucking just praying to a higher power. I didn't believe in that. I wouldn't shit my pants. And I get to the public toilets, and the door's locked. The door to the public toilet is locked. I'm like, oh no. So I like squeeze my ass and just sort of walk my way into the co-op, just buy a bunch of bog roll, find a field someplace, and I just shit one out. Oh, it was fucking tasty.
I thought you were going to say you were doing parkour and like mid jump, you just let one fly.
No, I did some parkour afterwards. I was a lot lighter,
Mid
lot more
flip,
able.
just one launched into the air.
I don't know,
if
mate.
we're
Drop some weight to land the gap.
Yeah, that was it, mate. And when I was that age, even at 19 years of age, I didn't have very good time management. I didn't think, oh, you know what, I should go shit before I go out and do this. Save me having
But
to
you
shit the
don't need a
biscuits.
shit at the time. It's not like.
You know what's funny? I still had like 3.5 rows of toilet paper left, so I just ditched it in someone's garden.
I remember a time, if we're talking about shitting pants, I was this is the first time I get invited to like the popular kids' birthday at school and shit. So I was like, oh hell yeah, I'll play football in the sports center with you guys. So like halfway through the game, I shit my pants, and I thought, you know what, I'm not gonna tell anybody. I'm just gonna carry on playing football with shitty pants. So he gets to like, I didn't know that it was gonna carry on after this. I thought it was just gonna be like, oh, play some football, go home. I thought, oh yeah, okay. But no, there was a whole meal prepped afterwards and shit. So like, there's me in my shitty pants, not knowing what to do. Like, should I sit in my shitty pants and eat food and shit? I thought, fuck it, yeah. And like, I could just hear people around the table like, can anyone smell shit? Like,
Yeah.
it's like everyone knew it was me in the end.
Nah,
I did have like the
More
shitty
food
pants
for
moment.
me.
Yeah, I remember I used to shit myself all the time when I was in like reception.
Bear in mind, I am like 7 or 8. I'm not like a fucking 15-year-old guy like shitting my pants.
I remember in primary school we had a kid that kept peeing himself, and he shit himself a couple of times. He was in my class. Can I drop his name? I don't think he'll be watching it.
Go for it.
Surname was Aaron. His first name was Aaron, if anyone can remember.
Aaron McBlain.
No. I think his name was Aaron Borland or something.
Okay.
Oh, right.
Oh,
Okay.
fucking hell, you
you
talking about Studful?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I
in
forget
primary school.
we all went Studful, man. Fuck.
Yeah. I had to sit next to him, and I was just like, I think it's leaking. There's something leaking. And he turned around, he was crying on it at the table because he just peed himself.
Yeah, I remember being in year 3 and my teacher wouldn't let me go for a pee, and I ended up pissing myself.
Oh.
And she knew if she fucked up, this teacher, she knew about it. Like she knew, you could see in her face that she's like, oh no, what have I done? But she became so patronizing because for the next week after that, it's like, Daniel, do you need to go to the toilet? Do you need to go to the toilet? It's like, no, I'll let you know. All right, next time you let me this time, bitch.
Yeah, when I'm asking to go for a piss, I expect to be let to go for a piss.
40 years I've been asking permission
I
to
remember
piss.
told a story from another primary school that one of the boys like must have shit or pissed himself, and he flushed his pants down the toilet and blocked it and like flooded the bathroom. So they got all the boys to line up in the hallway, and they all had to show the waistband of their pants. And then there was one boy that obviously didn't have them, and they're like, "You come with us."
Yeah, I thought you were going with a different story there, James, and pretending it wasn't you.
What?
Well, that leads into my next.
Sorry, Dan. We went to the same juniors, didn't we? Studful juniors.
Yeah.
There was a dude that used to always shit with the door open, if you remember him.
Was
like,
it?
His second name is the same second name as mine.
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah.
can't remember.
It's weird because you got to an age as well where like some of us would, like,
I remember.
pee in the urinals like normally, but some people hadn't grown out the concept of pulling your trousers and your pants all the way down.
Yeah.
And you get to like year 7, and there's like kids doing it in senior school, and you're like, oh, someone needs to tell this kid to put their arse away.
Slap it.
I'll just join in.
Hey, big boy. And I was always the shy guy. I used to fucking always go in the cubicle and piss, man. Like, I didn't want anyone to see
Sit
my
down,
knob.
piss. Why not treat yourself?
Yeah.
I don't want anyone
Down.
looking at my skin, man.
I don't think I ever pissed that often in school. Like very seldom. Like I just had a fucking iron cast bladder.
I did. I just pissed in the cubicle. I wasn't like the guy who went to the fucking like the urinal was like ass hanging out pissing. You know what I mean?
I mean, Dan, you lived like a minute away from school, didn't you?
Yeah,
and he was always late.
I was always late. I was like Bobby from Scary Movie. See you later, Billie Jean. What was it? Billy? Oh, I can't remember
Big
the names
Bob,
now.
Small Bob, Little Jim,
Little
Slim
Bob.
Jim,
Slim Jim.
Big Jim.
And the fucking
Little
washing
Jim.
line. The washing line's connected to the school from the caravan.
Oh man,
Mate, I used to have like I don't know what it is, but as you get older, time seems to like an hour becomes really short as adults compared to what it was. Like, I remember I used to be able to go home for an hour lunch. I could like eat a 3-course meal, have a wank, watch a season of House. You know what I mean?
watch the season of Buffy.
Watch a season of Buffy.
Have another one.
No, actually,
Have another wank.
I used to watch Kirsty Gallagher's home movies.
So you're telling me Hugh Laurie didn't do it for you?
I don't think House came out then. No, back then it was Kirsty Gallagher's home movies. But yeah, I used to be able to watch a couple of episodes of that, have some lunch, crack one off. All in an hour. Now I can brush my teeth.
Complete a video game.
Yeah. Yeah, I could
like talking about like school and going out for lunch. I feel like we were like one of the only schools that ever actually got allowed out to go for lunch.
Yeah, they tried to stop it and then people just kept walking out.
Well, they tried to stop it, and at the back of the field there was no fences for the first couple of years of our school. So
no fences.
Yeah, no.
Do you remember it was just open on the field?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There was no AstroTurf, and that was it.
There was AstroTurf, but it was just open, so you could go.
There was always a
one
panel
side
on
to
the fence that
triangle.
was loose as well. You could always get out if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Well, one side was fully open to go to the triangle, and the other side was open to go to the.
Our school was
garage.
easily escapable. Do you know what? By the end of school, we just walked out. Like, we didn't even need to escape. We just fucking pressed the button and opened the gate and walked the fuck out.
Yeah, once you've done it once, you're like, oh, I fucking do this all the time.
Or if you had like PE or dance or something, and you were in the sports centre before lunch,
Dance.
you didn't have to go back into the building. You just walked
Performing
out.
arts.
Floppy disk.
Floppy disk.
I brought my fucking English homework in on a floppy disk in year 7. Everyone laughed at me, and I was like, "That's all I fucking got."
You know, this is the future.
Floppy disk.
This is like 3 kilobytes of information.
This is the
barely.
future.
Fucking like my fucking vape pen holds more memory than a fucking floppy disk. Man.
The only thing I had on a floppy disk was Duke Nukem.
I'll just say my granddad, when he had late stage Alzheimer's, had more memory than a floppy disk.
Fuck me, dear Lord.
I'm sorry,
That's
man.
proper Black Mirror shit. Just downloading your granddad on a floppy disk.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh dear.
I'm sorry, Mum. I'm sorry. Hopefully she only watches like 10 minutes, so we're past that point.
If it's hereditary, she'll forget about it anyway.
Sorry,
All right,
Dad's mum.
so next question.
Anyway,
Pants or
back to
boxes?
the questionnaire.
Pants or boxes?
What?
Pants or boxes?
Oh, pants or boxes?
Neither. I've wore cycling shorts like Under Armour for like 10 years now.
What, you never took them
What?
off?
But that's,
Yeah, never took them on. Never been washed. They're stuck to me.
Your balls are like a fucking turtle shell, man.
they're kind of like a version of boxes, though, aren't
Yeah, kind of.
they? I mean,
I like
It's a
boxes,
level of
man. I
comfort
like
that I didn't
my
know
fucking,
before.
not the fucking loose bockies like the granddad ones where your balls are just hanging loose.
A hybrid
Yeah.
one.
You gotta have some sort of like, you know what I mean, some
contact to thigh.
like a grasp, you know, like a slight grasp.
Like cupping.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
like a slightly less size than you're gonna go for with your.
You ever,
Anyway.
remember the first time you ever wore the expensive, boxer shorts? That first time you just feel your bollocks just being cut by that.
Yeah,
silk made out of
the
heaven.
upgrade from fucking pants to bockies, man. Fuck.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah, but then-
glory.
Oh.
When you're like me and just sweat loads, they just generate a pool of sweat.
Yeah.
I've
That's
never worn
okay.
trousers or pants in my life.
I go commando at all times.
So you're an Under Armour guy, James, and you're walking around like a
Right.
fucking new look mannequin.
Yeah. You're like,
He's got the
you're like-
I
boxes
just
that
think I'm
say,
top
I've
man,
been
but no,
tested.
apparently not. Oh yeah, remember there have been tested pants that everyone got?
yeah.
You got the glow-in-the-dark condom with it.
Yeah.
In this, it wasn't in school when they were just dishing out condoms and fucking
You had
Yeah,
to
everyone
take, like,
started shagging,
chlamydia
so they were
test.
giving people chlamydia tests. Yeah.
sanitary pads, man. I remember that. Remember that week? There was just fucking sanitary pads all
Stuck
around school,
everywhere.
everywhere. Yeah.
When I was at college, we had a
I didn't even know
chlamydia,
what they were for. I was like, what the hell are these things?
we had a chlamydia lady come in when we were in college, and I was still a virgin. It was a couple of months before I lost my virginity, and everyone
No,
left.
don't do it.
I want to go back to her job title is chlamydia lady.
I don't know what I
No,
put.
no. Mrs. Chlamydia lady, she came in.
They all
So-
have separate STDs.
So she gave everyone a cup to piss into, right? And this was like the last few months of Labour government, where they'll give free chlamydia tests to everyone, and I had to keep trying to throw that in there. And everyone left, right? And I just told her in confidence, I was like, "I'm a virgin," and she says, "Oh, you could still be born with chlamydia." I was like, "Oh, 17 years on this planet, and I could have had chlamydia this whole time. Fuck me."
Is that a real thing?
Now, while I'm here, let me get the AIDS man, and he can talk to you about.
Yeah,
I know. You don't have to be butt fucked to have AIDS.
it's a very
It does help though.
very elusive kind of thing, chlamydia, isn't it? You know what I mean? I could have had chlamydia for 17 years and not known about it. Kind of like COVID. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, true.
I could have been
You don't have to be
asymptomatic.
butt-fucked to have COVID.
Yeah, I could have been an asymptomatic chlamydia holder. So I don't know. Anyway, that moves on to my next point: missionary or doggy.
I was going to say,
Is this
just before
between
you
me
move
now?
on, I've just pictured like a line of like chlamydia lady, AIDS guy.
And Hazel, give it a few wiggles.
Remember Hazel?
Yeah,
And then Billy
lads.
Hammond at the end.
Yeah, good on you, Billy Hammond. Not having chlamydia.
Yeah,
Well done,
well
Billy.
done. Well done, Billy. You can put that condom on that banana very well as well. Well done, Billy. Well done.
Well done, Billy.
But do you remember that lady Hazel came in to do sex ed with us in like year 10?
Oh yeah.
And she came into our lesson once and she was like, "Don't worry if you don't have smegma, lads. Just give it a few wiggles in the bath."
Oh, and then she's telling women how to wipe their vaginas properly after they've pissed.
Yeah, don't wipe from arse to front. Don't do that. You get poo in your
Don't
fanny.
wipe back to front, front to back. Wipe front to front. And
I was horrified when I heard that. I was like, "Oh, do you mean I might
make
go
it
down
shit.
I have
somewhere and there'll
learned
be a
about
turd hanging
that
out?"
with having a daughter, like
Oh,
cleaning their
okay.
nappy.
So all that Hazel's education just came back, flooding back at you.
No,
Look at your
I
child
probably
and Hazel's faces on that.
I probably like fully blanked all of that stuff out because I just nodded like,
Give it a
"Oh,
few wiggles. Nope. In the bath. No.
Yeah.
Oh, front to back. No, wait,
think-
back to front. I don't know. God damn it. I'll improvise.
Just wiggling the whole child.
If I
Come
get,
out.
if I have to get the pseudocreme out tomorrow, I know I did it wrong. So anyway, that leads on to the next one, right? So missionary or doggy?
Can't be a classic.
Classic.
just a pogo."
I like the pogo position. I like to stand up while I shit.
I just pictured like Will from In Between Us, just
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but that's not missionary, is it? That's fucking pencil.
it's pogo.
Yeah, pogo. Do you know what? Oh man, that's a tough one because I like. I don't know, man.
Sure,
Like
spoon.
eye
difficult question, mate.
contact.
Yeah.
The spoon position.
Spoon position. Oh right, yeah. So like if they're the pregnant position.
Yeah. So like if you're spooning them to go to sleep, but fucking them instead.
I hope it's
Hoping they're
consensual.
not asleep.
They're just laying there wide awake. Like,
yeah.
Just poking it in the back, trying to get some attention.
oh man. Speaking of in between us, I remember I had a Tinder date. Right, this girl was 39 years old, man. This girl's house was so fucking minging that it got condemned.
Oh no, this ain't
And
fucking
I got a
skid
high
mark
once.
lady, is it?
Oh no, that's another girl. I can tell you about her. now.
Uh,
So no, this girl, like I was on Tinder and I was like, oh, I'm just looking for someone a bit different, you know what I mean? And I got this older lady come along. I was like, fuck yeah, you know what I mean? This is like 2 years ago. And I get around a house on the outskirts of town and it is a shithole, man. Like one time I went into her room, some of her room, she's like, oh no, don't go in there. That's my room of doom. Walk in there, I look like fucking Hurricane Katrina in there. I was like, Jesus Christ. That ain't a room of doom, mate. That's a fucking biological hazard. But anyway, so I got her high once. She didn't tell me that she'd been taking antidepressants and drinking gin, and her body backfired on her. She started like doing that, like fucking arms kept going like that. She just kept
Can
fucking,
someone please contact my mother?
yeah. She turned into Will from the In-Betweens. I wanted to comfort her, but like, I just couldn't help but laugh at her having a fucking. She's like, I've been on antidepressants. I'm like,
I
wow,
think I'm going to die.
I think my arms are
Just chuck her in
sausages.
the room of doom and leave.
Yeah, my arms are sausages. And that was strike one for me. Strike two is when I kept waking up. The next morning, she'd gone to work and all that, and there'd be like dead mice on the carpet that a cat had brought in.
Fucking hell.
And I was like, that was strike two for me. And then strike three was when I went to open up the fridge to make a cup of tea, and like there was a big fucking iceberg in the fridge because it was broken.
I
was
thought you were
enough.
going to say there was rats inside. just
Nah, there
frozen.
was just enough space for like a carton of milk.
Don't go in there. That's my fridge of doom.
Just
Want to come around my house and play some Doom? But,
don't go in the freezer. There's a dead body in there.
do you want to hear about skid mark later? I might not even keep it in, but fuck it. I'll just tell you the story anyway. It's funny. So there's another girl I hooked up with. It was during the Olympics, actually. It was a good time. It was a good time to fuck during the Olympics. And this girl was really pretty. And I'm banging her broad daylight in an empty house, my house. And doggy style, right? And I just looked down at her ass and I could just see the little nugget in there. Right? And I was like, that's strike one. I try and look away. Right? I try and look
Well
away.
Maintaining eye
done, well
contact
done,
with her the
well
whole
done,
time.
Billy. Thanks, Billy.
Well done, Billy. Billy Hammond, well done. And I looked down to look away from her shitty ass and I can see that her feet are webbed. And I was like,
Oh no!
that's strike two. And then strike
That
three.
should have been strike 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10.
Strike
Or is it
three.
just one? It just counts as one big strike.
Yeah, strike 3 was 3 years later. So what happened? So we hooked up again 3 years later.
3 years later for the strikes to still be in place.
How long were you shagging a doggy for? Fucking hell.
Oh no! Like we just I'd kind of stopped midway through, and I thought I sent her on her way back to the bus stop, and then
Come back in 3 years.
and then 3 years later, I hook up with
Send
her.
her on her way to the bus stop. Come on now. Come on, Webby.
Here's the change.
I just showed her to the nearest river, and she just swam away.
Come on, go back
I've got
to
a
the
day
pond.
return. You can
Go
have it
back
for
to your
free.
pond, you swamp creature.
Make sure you wipe your ass on the way out.
And don't forget, back here in 3 years.
So 3 years later, right, I go to her house this time, right, up in the outskirts of town, and
Was it
It's
the
a pond.
we got high. We got high, and we fucking watched Tenacious D, Pick a Destiny, and I made sure that when I fucked her, the lights were off. So that's what I done. And then the next day, I go to look up the bus timetable because now it's my turn to get on the bus. And I look on a Google search, and it just comes up in purple saying, "What does it mean when your pee is cloudy?" I thought that's strike 3. I haven't seen her since.
What's it mean when you close?
Oh man,
Jesus, what? Yeah, man, that's fucking lovely.
I'm keeping that in.
That's
Well
definitely
done.
got to stay in.
That's
Yeah.
a great turn of events.
I know, man. Thank you, Billy. Thank you.
Cheers.
you, Billy.
Well done, Billy.
Well
Well
done,
done.
Billy. Oh, Billy.
Yeah. You gotta tell the Ollie and the Magic Bum story now. No one fucking.
Oh fuck! Do I? All right, fine, okay. We still got
We're all here.
fucking 10 questions to get to. I'm glad I wrote so many. All right, so there was this dude called Alex. He was like a typical Corby hobo, like wore the baseball cap, fucking 2 teeth were missing, backpack all the time. We were doing parkour, and he's like, "Hey, dude, how's it going?" Right, and we called him Ollie the Magic Bum because he reminds us of like Ollie Magic Bum from Tony Hawk. Like, "Hey, skater," right? He's like, "I'll give you $50 if you do the tricks." I
Find
shout
my
out.
spoon.
Find my spoon, right? And then one day I bump into him. He's like, "Oh, dude, like, come around my house, we'll hang out." And my expectations, I'm only 16 or something. "Oh yeah, we'll go around his house, it'll be all bohemian, we'll fucking listen to music, chill out, smoke some weed." And I get there, right? And it's just a broken TV. This is like the Shire, those tenements, those shitty tenements in the Shire. And I get there and there's a broken TV, records scattered all over the floor, and he just sits there and gets out some tinfoil and just starts smoking it in front of me, right? I'm 16 years old, right? And he just starts going, And I'm like, "What are you doing, bro?" And he's just like, "Oh, it helps with the headaches." And I just like, "Right, I gotta go." So I leave, and as I'm walking out, he comes
That's
after me.
strike 1.
That's strike 1. And then he wakes up.
Smoking heroin. No, that's a strike.
So I'm making my way out, and he comes back and goes, "Oh damn, before you move to Weymouth, here's my address so we can be pen pals." All right.
Pen pals.
I'm like,
That's
"Okay."
strike 2.
That's strike 2.
Unfortunately, I don't own a pen.
Yeah. So
I sold it for
Pals.
you got any pen and papers? I've got some tin for you can write on. So
Oh wait, no, that's my spoon. Hold on.
So about 6 months later, I'm visiting Corby, and I bump into him outside McDonald's, and he's like, "Oh, hey, Alex, how's it going?" He's like, "Oh, yeah, dude, my house burnt down, but I'm opening up a dojo." never seen him since. That was strike 3.
No, that's not a strike. He ain't strike 3 yet. He's still got potential.
He's still got potential.
Maybe, I don't know.
So,
That's where his dojo is.
yeah, that's it. So, all right, next one.
Tinfoil dojos and that.
Automatic or manual transmission? You can't answer this question, Val, because you're banned from
I've
driving.
only ever drove a manual. Never drove an automatic.
Excuse me, I'm not banned from driving. I'm just not
Well, you should
legally
be.
allowed
No,
to.
you are. You're definitely banned from driving.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
banned.
I can imagine you driving your car. It'd be like trying to control GTA 1. You know what I mean?
I'm
But
gonna
yeah.
say I don't have an opinion on this because I don't drive. So,
Fair enough. Fuck
but
that question.
I'd be a pussy and go automatic.
You are pussy. The condemned girl that I was talking about, she had an automatic car. That was first sign.
Strike
That she get the
4.
fuck out of there. She's too dumb to drive a manual car, man. I need to get out of there.
An automatic? No, just because I don't know. Someone
Yeah, but-
sold automatic me one day.
Your left foot gets lonely, or whichever foot it is. Yeah, your left foot gets lonely. All right,
Oh, no.
WWF or WWE era?
F. All day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
WWF.
I say that. I got back into it in like 2004, like proper back into it until like 2 or 3
Yeah, but that
years
was
ago.
that was a fucking trick, James.
I
That
know.
was the lights and flashy lights and cool music.
Yeah, it was.
Eddie Guerrero.
Eddie Guerrero.
Nah, it was after Guerrero died. It was after Guerrero died. It was the
Is
first
that
one I
before or
watched.
after Chris Benoit died?
Well, the first WrestleMania.
I
I
don't
watched,
think he
just
died though,
before.
did he? He did something else.
He was a bad man.
Killed
Yeah,
his
that's
family
it.
himself, didn't he?
Killed his wife. That's strike one. Killed his job. Strike two.
Killed himself. That's strike 3.
You're no
You
longer
go
allowed on
straight to
WrestleMania.
Annoyingly, he was my favorite wrestler growing up.
No, but he suffered
Yeah,
with
same.
CTE. Like, you know, I mean, these
Mm.
minor concussions you get all through your career, at least you become impulsive and go mental.
I wonder why he got them. He wasn't ever diving off the top rope.
Yeah, his finishing move
Headbutt.
wasn't diving headbutt. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he had the safest finishing maneuver out of any wrestler.
But yeah, WWF for me, but like it hung over to the WWE with the WWF wrestlers.
So I got back into it in like WrestleMania 23 when Trump was on it. That was like the first one I watched again
Yeah.
for like there
Yeah,
was like
my
a 4 or
vote.
5 year gap. And I've switched off it like loads in the last 2 years because there's just so much shit they're doing that like just releasing talented people and like it's they aim at the lowest common denominator. And at a point, I was the lowest common denominator. That's why I enjoyed it. But like, I don't know. I don't enjoy it as much anymore.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
All
As
right.
soon as the steel chair shots and that fucking all that shit was taken out of it.
Nah, it's like there's no continuity or anything at the minute. Like, and they bring back like Goldberg's back again for SummerSlam, and he's like
Do you know what?
pushing 60.
I like the shitty acting, the fucking hardcore wrestling, like the stupid fucking tag teams, all that shit the WWF had. Like The Rock and Mankind. Like, why would they ever fucking be a tag team? But they were. They were tag champs.
Bring back Scotty
Fucking-
Tahati.
They
fucking
came
just-
back. Him in Grandmaster Sexy came back for like a run in development a couple of years ago, and then Grandmaster Sexy died. I think he killed himself.
Oh wow.
No, I think he just died from steroids, didn't he? Some shit like
Was
that.
it something like a heart attack or something, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
But-
but he did that himself somehow.
Yeah.
AEW is like the new one now. That's like the competitor now. Well, competitor.
Yeah.
That seems aimed at more of a like
See,
I
I
don't
just
know
can't.
hardcore audience.
I can't get into it anymore. Wrestling, man. I mean, I respect it, but I just can't get into it. Needs to doesn't have that fucking feel to it anymore.
Like 2 weeks ago,
I
I
mean-
cancelled my subscription to WWE Network, and I
Yeah.
was like, I literally don't watch it anymore. Like they do, like the documentaries and that they do, and like the films that they do, that they're really cool. Like the behind the scenes stuff, they're really good to watch. But like I can just watch them free online. I ain't gonna fucking pay for it anymore.
Yeah. That's it, man.
Fuck you, Vinnie Mac. Like you're having my £10.
McMahon. Fuck you, Vince McMahon.
Oh, Vince Mahone.
Mahone.
All right.
That's fucking.
Domino's or Pizza Hut?
Domino's.
What was the one where I ate your pizza and you ate mine though?
Domino's.
Domino's. Then.
Yeah.
Domino's.
Fucking fair play. Well,
Thanks, Billy.
We've only got thanks, Billy. Good man, Billy. Yeah, we've only got like 10 minutes till Niall has to go, so we'll fly through these next questions. PlayStation or Nintendo 64?
N64.
64.
PS, because that's what I had growing up.
I'll happily spend 4 hours playing Mario Party on my own. I don't care.
On your own? Do you get the
Yeah.
special glove that came with Mario Party 2? Because to me,
Nah,
No,
yeah,
remember that though. Yeah.
Mario Party 2, you can play Mario Party on your own. It's far less
It just
entertaining.
takes
but,
fucking
like,
ages.
Yeah,
It's just a lonely party.
Yeah.
yeah.
Fuck
And
you,
he
Billy.
had what have I gone blank? No Mercy, WF No Mercy on N64 as well.
Yeah.
That was
You got
fucking
it's
great.
like the ring was bigger in the N64 version, wasn't it?
There was where was it? It was like a milkshake shop during the day, but it changed into a place called Cookie Shot at night in Nottingham,
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
and you could play like N64 just like up until about 3 a.m. in
Yeah,
this
they had
place.
Mario Kart and
The
something
thing
else.
was, it was 4 players as well. I mean, that was awesome. You had GoldenEye,
Yeah,
yeah, GoldenEye was.
Mario Kart, Perfect Dark.
I miss local multiplayer, man. Like, I'm not a big fan of playing
Yeah.
online.
Once Sean moves down to Weymouth, we're going to try and get LAN parties organised. So
Yeah, like
Man,
Big
that'd be
deal.
awesome.
have like a fucking podcast in the studio and then bang, just fucking chill and play some games. And
That'd be
Back in the
old school
day, it
stuff.
was like Halo parties, wasn't it?
oh man,
Yeah.
they're
Yeah, Halo
amazing.
was like blew up and then nothing really overtook it.
Halo parties.
Halo just sort of went out with the tech.
We used to call them jam nights. That's what we called them.
I blame the jam nights for my marijuana addiction.
Really? I didn't even smoke weed back then.
Well, that's when I discovered it. So like, just snowball effect into me just playing games and getting high. Like,
All
one of
right,
them ones.
you got like this next question: Drake and Josh or Keenan and Kel?
Keenan and Kel.
Keenan and Kel.
Never
Keenan
watched Drake
and
and
Kel.
Josh.
Yeah, it's cheesy and shit.
But the screw.
In the tuna. I said,
I've never really been a fan of those Disney shows. They're just pure.
And the fact Coolio done the fucking theme song for Keenan and Kel.
Yeah.
They're both.
Oh, yeah.
None of them are Disney. They're both Nickelodeon.
But they're
Oh yeah, true. But they still have the fucking. Oh hey Drake, fucking.
And Drake
You
Bell
wanna
got
go
done
down the
recently.
stairs?
Yeah, he got done
fucking-
the other one.
Child endangerment, which is like one down from like.
didn't they
Women.
both start on like the same sort of like TV show though?
Yeah, because Drake and Josh.
No, I
I
mean
mean,
like
different, a younger one.
they did like
Mm.
clip shows, didn't they? Because like Keenan and Kel, they were
Like the
like
Amanda show and shit like that.
Yeah,
weren't they?
yeah.
They all the cast were the same, yeah.
because they did
Yeah.
like
Amanda
Good
Bynes, she went
Burger.
fucking batshit, didn't she?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to think of the other day. Amanda Bynum, is it?
Bynes.
Yeah, Bynes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of her the other day. When
Another victim, child victim of.
Just another
Hollywood.
victim. Fucking Taz from WWF.
The
She was in,
Macaulay Culkin effect.
Macaulay Culkin got out all right. I think he was one of the only few to do all right.
They're redoing Home Alone, aren't they? And people are like trying to get him to play the kid again.
He was
But,
in an
like,
advert.
no one mentioned the fact he's like 50.
Yeah, like he was in an
used to
advert
play
recently.
Was he?
Yeah, playing an older version of Kevin McAllister.
That's
Find it on
cool.
YouTube, man. Yeah, he's a good
I think
sport.
he should
Like,
be one of the burglars though.
yeah, and he
Pretty
just
cool.
does random podcasts. Like, doesn't matter like how high up they are. Like, he would just go and he was on the Angry Video Game Nerd playing all Home Alone games for the SNES.
Was he? That's cool.
Yeah, so he's
He's
a good
mad into
sport.
wrestling as well, Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah,
Macaulay Culkin. Come on this podcast.
Macaulay Culkin.
Macaulay Culkin.
Dan and Sean want to interview you.
There's one film of
Macaulay
him. That,
Culkin.
you remember Richie Rich?
Yeah.
Me and Clarky, we used to do this little phone thing like every time about, hey, you slugger. That's how we used to like, talk to each other on the phone. Hey, you slugger. Dad not found. You remember you got your own McDonald's? You don't remember that film? Oh,
I forgot he was Richie Rich. Yeah.
Richie Rich. And Getting Even with Dad with Ted Danson. That was another fucking banger.
Page Master.
Page Master,
Oh,
yeah.
Page Master, I remember that, yeah.
Yeah.
Sick film. Love that film. Quality. I
All
used to
right.
always watch that film when I was a child.
Well,
That'd be
I'm
trippy to watch now, to be fair.
okay.
Yeah, I haven't watched it in a long time, but
We got 3 questions left before Niall leaves. Ready for the next one? You're gonna like this next one. Come dine with me or fall in a bed.
I've never really watched Four in a Bed, so come down with me for me.
Come dine with me, only for the episode where the woman gets a snake on the table and it takes a big shit. And the meme of that guy who's like a proper bad loser.
Yeah, there's a woman.
Enjoy
in
the money.
Get off my property.
There's no girl that goes insane that when she loses as well, and she just kicks off. Storms
Yeah,
over
because
the
it's always the one that's like having to reveal who's the winner, isn't it?
Mhm. And there was some guy that we've been trying to get on the podcast. He wasn't part of Fall in a Bed because I think they get what's called ND'd, non-disclosure. But he was part of the entertainment of someone's house, so he didn't have to.
down with me. He was like one of the like entertainers, one of the butlers or something. Like he dressed up in a butler
Butler and Buff, yeah. And he said,
because he had muscles.
what did he say? That the food was cold, basically.
Yeah, he was saying like it's all microwave and that. It's all just for camera. They all cook that shit earlier on in the day and do the camera scenes then.
Yeah.
And then it's all separate. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm gonna have to say that I'm more of a Fall in a Bed kind of guy because I love nothing more than watching middle-aged
Yeah.
people who have.
Yeah, it's just so petty, isn't it? I love it.
It's not
That
that
was
well.
go around like check the skirting boards for dust and shit like that.
Yeah, oh man. I
They
Oh, is
get
that
you-
like the hotel one or something?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, I'm switching my answer to Four in a Bed.
Yeah.
Because they write down if they pay or not,
Billy.
don't they?
Thanks, Billy.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Billy.
Well done, Billy.
Well done, Billy.
Yeah, yeah.
Well done,
yeah,
Billy.
yeah, they see how much they leave them, see how much they give them a rating and shit. Oh, I love how petty it is. One of them are like, oh, we found a spider under the windowsill. Disgusting.
You always get that
We
one
brought
person.
it from home, but we still found it.
The doorknob doesn't work. Right, that's a
Yeah,
seven.
the cameraman comes in early. They're just planting like loads of fucking dust underneath the bed. And that.
One of the reasons
Dead
why I
cat.
like it so much in such a cynical way is because I think there's nothing more unlikable than a person that has spent their whole life working a shit job just to spend their life savings on a B&B.
Yeah.
I mean, that's if you're buying a B&B, your life's fucked. You might as well start over again.
Unless you're
Why?
Patrick from EastEnders.
Just
Because
because
passionate hate for B&Bs.
no, I don't mind the
No.
B&Bs themselves. I'm
There's
all right
nobody
with,
worse.
you know,
Yeah,
there's some
but you've got fuck it,
a
carry
couple
on.
that does it. Like if it's just a single person that does a B&B, more power to them. You know what I mean? But if it's like a married couple, because one of them clearly didn't want to go into the business.
Yeah.
Clearly, like to have
One of
two
them is
people.
pretty good at cooking breakfast, and they're like, right, I've got a job for you. You can
Yeah.
do this
You know,
forever.
you know the ones when they have to do activities during the day, and like it's a B&B, like they don't do activities. People come to a B&B, fuck off and do their own thing.
They
Yeah.
come for the
Just taking
bed
paintball and
breakfast.
fuck it.
Yeah,
with, like,
They don't go to the B&B to have the host provide them the fucking entertainment for the day. Let's go to the arcades down the road. Huzzah! Collect the tickets.
Huzzah!
I always feel
I don't
sorry
know
for
why I'm being a stereotypical British person. Fuck it.
anytime they do an episode that has a yurt, you know, there's glamping, whatever they call it. They always get the lowest marks, don't they? I feel sorry for those guys because that's kind of cool. Glamorous camping.
Expensive, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they pay to go to a B&B and I'll go fucking camping.
Yeah. All right. 2 more questions left. Family Guy or South Park?
South Park. Easy.
South
Easy.
Park.
Easy.
Yeah, South Park.
So I
Enjoyed
watched Family Guy, but I never watched South Park. My only like reference of South Park was playing the old games on the PlayStation.
The Evil Turkeys.
Yeah, that's like my only reference to it. I never watched it. It wasn't until I got older and I went back and watched South Park and realized how fucking good it is.
Oh,
I think
that's brilliant.
I think it's easier to get access to South Park because it's on Amazon Prime, all seasons of it.
Is it?
Yeah, yeah. And Family Guy, I think you have to get
Family
Disney
Guy
Plus for
jumped
that.
the shark like really quickly.
What?
It
It's
jumped
ve-
the shark really quickly. Like it just went past its sell by date.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
did a
it's
parody of
it's
itself,
all
didn't
the
it?
same jokes, yeah.
It
I
was
remember
like
seeing
watching American
I've
Dad.
seen a
in
thing once, and it was like how many, you know, when they'd be like Family Guy and they'd be like make a reference, and then there'd be like a 2-minute clip of that
Yeah.
reference inside the episode. There was a page where it basically broke it down by series, how many like little references and jump outs there were in the episode, and you get to like season 13 or something like that, and there's more clips than there is actual episode in each episode.
That's like How I Met Your Mother, though, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
they'll do that.
It's all flashbacks all the time and shit like that.
Yeah. It's like, what the fuck am I watching? Where am I in this story? I know there's a new season, but like, where am I? You know what I mean?
Has he
I think-
met her yet?
Thanks, Billy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Billy.
no,
Strike one,
fucking-
Billy.
Strike one, Billy.
All right, last question. I'll save the most controversial question for last. Leave or remain? The European Union. Not the
No.
Brexit
comment.
means Brexit. No, I was
in immigrants.
I voted to remain.
Yeah, I would remain.
But yeah,
You change your mind now, have you?
No, I'm still. I would still like to have been in the EU.
it's too fucking late for that now.
Been 5
I-
years
I
now,
was all for Scottish independence, and I was all for remain.
Yeah. Well, Scotland still might get their independence. They're allowed to. They're allowed
See,
to.
when
do
it comes down to politics, I fucking hate it. So like, I like to stay neutral.
I like John Burkrow back when he was like the speaker. wasn't he?
I'm an on the
Order.
fence
Order.
politician.
Order.
Ah,
Order.
Order.
That's one for the clip. That's one for the
Suck
clips.
my bit.
Order.
oh, he's doubled up as a Dalek now. Anyway.
I think so much of like the Leave campaign
Exterminate
was just based on like race hate as well. Man.
Order.
Oh.
It was- I think it was mainly because, like, you know how they said they campaigned for like the Leave so much, and they were just going out there saying, "We'll get this much money will be given to the NHS," but as soon as it happens, it's like, okay, we're selling the NHS now.
Apparently, a lot of it was swung on like the promo stuff like that. So, like, what color was the campaign for Leave?
Blue.
No, it's red.
Was it red? Colour.
There you go. My point is just fucked now.
I'm colorblind.
No,
Strike two, Billy.
you just blind.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, true. I mean, this top is red, right?
I don't know. The Buddha's saying my red could be your blue, so who knows?
Who knows?
It's all about
It's the colour.
perspective.
It's what the color of a wank looks like.
A what?
What?
Oh, you mean like as a child, you see that negative energy? I get you.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
no,
yeah.
just Scotland. A wank.
Oh, wank. I got you.
Yeah, that's
That's
the
masturbation.
joke there, bro.
Masturbation joke. You calling me a
I see
wanker?
what you're doing there.
I don't
That's
do
a
that.
good funny, Sean. Fuck
I
you.
don't do that.
Strike three,
filth.
Billy. You're out.
Strike three, Billy. I think we lost James. God, look at that face. That's a face he pulled right before he drove up the bridge.
No, we have lost James.
He looks like a school.
I talk shit about Scotland. He's like, nah, fuck these guys. I'm out.
Yeah, like fucked up with his dial-up. That's strike one, James.